But we begin this afternoon with testimony today from the prosecution's star witness in Donald Trump's hush money trial. The former president's ex-attorney and fixer, Michael Cohen, telling jurors how he and Trump hid hush money payments in order to sway the 2016 election. And good afternoon, I'm David Navarro.
And I'm Liz Cho. Cohen has been on the stand all day long. Earlier, he testified that Trump told him to, quote, just do it, referring to the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels. Cohen told the courtroom Trump was worried about the outcome of the election, not his marriage, when trying to bury the alleged affair.
Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live in Lower Manhattan with the very latest. NJ.
And right, Dave, that is a crucial point. Michael Cohen is the 20th witness called to the stand here, and clearly the most important. Why? Because he ties all of it together. The documents, the hush money, and that desperate effort to keep the Trump campaign afloat in a very stormy sea.
Michael Cohen is the linchpin in the criminal case against Donald Trump. A man who once idolized his boss is facing him down in court today with testimony that could bury the former president. Cohen told jurors that Trump warned him even before he announced his candidacy. You know that when this comes out, meaning the announcement, just be prepared. There's going to be a lot of women coming forward. Cohen said that was the beginning of an 18-month-long effort to suppress stories about Trump's alleged womanizing to protect the campaign. Cohen admitted he partnered with National Enquirer publisher David Pecker to buy the rights to stories and bury them. First, paying off a doorman at Trump Tower, making a false accusation that Trump had fathered an illegitimate child. Then paying off Playboy model Karen McDougal over her alleged affair with Trump. Both largely swept from public view.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
When Trump was caught on an Access Hollywood outtake weeks before the 2016 election, boasting about grabbing women by the genitals, witnesses have testified that the Trump campaign suffered a meltdown. Cohen told jurors today that Trump went into damage control. The spin that he wanted to put on it was that this is locker room talk, something that Melania had recommended, or at least he told me that's what Melania had thought it was, and used that in order to get control over the story and to minimize its impact on him and his campaign. Cohen insisted over and over today that Trump's damage control was all about the campaign, testimony that's crucial to this case. When Stormy Daniels came forward with her own story immediately after the Access Hollywood tape became public, Cohen says Trump ordered him to find a way to stifle the story, to pay her off, and make it go away. Just push it out as long as you can. Just get past the election, because if I win, it will have no relevance because I'm president, Trump allegedly said. And if I lose, I don't even care. He wasn't thinking about Melania, Cohen told the jury. This was all about the campaign.
And that is the point. For Trump to be convicted, the jury has to be convinced that Trump ordered the payment to Stormy Daniels, that he knew it was filed as a legal expense, and that it was done so to protect the 2016 campaign. Cohen remains on the witness stand at this hour. He's expected to continue testifying here tomorrow. Live in Lower Manhattan, NJ Burkett, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.